Oh, right, here we are then in Beta-1 Tucanae, or the system anyway, and here we are with another of my fascinating Elite Dangerous videos. Now, I did have a couple of ideas as to what I was going to do for a next video of this. The first one was one that I've never seen anyone do before, and certainly I've never tried doing it myself before, and that was to do exploration, but not alone, in well, I guess you'd have to say in a wing. Obviously you don't actually share anything when doing exploration in a wing. But I thought it would be interesting to have, two players going along doing an exploration expedition. However, there were three problems with that. Firstly, I don't know where to go. The only place I can think of is KY Sydney, but that's fucking miles away. Secondly, I don't have an exploration ship. Well, I mean, that's not a problem. I can easily fucking buy one. Indeed, an exploration ship that I was thinking of getting is available in this docking station. And thirdly, and perhaps the biggest drawback, is that I don't really have anybody that's available who would be able to do a mission like that. The only two people who I know who play regularly enough, or played regularly enough, to be interested are Daddy07, who's already doing an exploration mission, and he's currently in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, so he's fucking miles away, so he's out of it. And the other is Ripperjack, and I was going to suggest it to him until he pointed out that he has an AMD graphics card, and he is currently suffering from the issue that everybody with Windows 10 and AMD graphics cards are having with this game. And when he's in Super Cruise mode, which of course you spend the overwhelming majority of your time while exploration in, his frames per second absolutely plummets to barely into double figures. So the game is pretty much unplayable for him in Super Cruise mode. And until Elite Dangerous, or Frontier Developments rather, fix it, they are aware of the issue, but then again, Frontier Developments have been aware of issues for fucking months and none of them have been fixed. But yeah, until that's fixed, that's a bit out of the question. So I'm not going to do a exploration video just yet. So I was then going to do conflict zones. That was my second option. And then I thought, I can't be asked. So that option got ruled out. The explanation for ruling that one out significantly shorter than the explanation for the first option. So what I am going to do is, I'm currently in, as I say, Beta-1 Tucanae, and if we look at the system map, there's the big R star, Class B blue-white. Now I am here, and I am very close to, it's either this one or this one. Actually, that is more like a brown dwarf. That is a brown dwarf, so I'm pretty sure it's this planet here that I'm quite close to. But it says depleted reserves, which isn't very good, so does that. They all do. Okay, it looks like these places have been mined to hell, which is already fucking me off, because that's put a right fucking spanner in the works of what I was going to do. Anyway, whichever gas giant it is that I'm quite close to has three high intensity extraction sites. My plan is, or was, to go to those extraction sites and see if I can have any success in mining some decent materials. With any luck, you know, I mean, I'd certainly be happy if I found any gold or osmium, or I'd be absolutely fucking ecstatic if I found palladium or platinum. And I would probably shit my pants if I found any painite. But as it is, because this system is populated, the chances of finding them in this system are slim, to say the least. You really need to go to a rather distant planet that hasn't been visited very much, that has nigh on pristine ring systems. So I'll still give it a go anyway. The fact that it's high intensity means there'll be some combat at the very least. Now, yes, speaking of which, you'll notice my balance has plummeted. It's now down to 50.5 million. And my rebuy cost has also shot up. 19.5 million is the rebuy cost now. Yesterday it was only 17 million. You'll also notice that all of my ranks, well, the progress bars in them anyway, have gone up, admittedly only by 1. So I'm now 20% past Deadly, 80% past Entrepreneur, and 4% past Ranger. So I'm progressing, whoopie fucking doos. And on top of that, my reputation with the Empire is now back up to Allied. I didn't actually do very much to get that, so I was surprised, to say the least. But the reason my credits have plummeted and my rebuy costs have shot up is because I bought this. The reinforced alloys for the bulkheads. They have added 30 tons to the mass of my ship, so my jump range is now down at 15.37, which isn't that big a loss actually, because before I fitted them it was 15.7, so I haven't lost, you know, a huge amount. Eventually I will put the military grade on there. That will drop my jump range a bit more. It will go down to, I think it's 15.05, but it's still over 15, so I'm still more than okay with that. So, oh yes, another upgrade I got. I upgraded my fuel scoop from a B5 to an A5. The A5 cost 9 million, which is quite a lot for a fuel scoop. I got 2 million back from the trading in of my previous fuel scoop. So in fact it only cost me 7 million. What a bargain. Anyway, let's get out of here.
Released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
And yes, and head to the extraction sites, which hopefully, right, well, 2 of them are now showing as low intensity. They keep changing. When I was here earlier today, all 3 were showing as high intensity. So anyway, we'll go to the high intensity one. At least there's 1 still showing. Okay, so that is around the brown dwarf. Hopefully it's right on the outskirts, so I don't have any heat issues. You can also see my top speed has dropped a bit after fitting that bulkhead upgrade, but it's only dropped by 1. Admittedly, I'm not carrying any cargo at the moment. That's the only reason why my Anaconda is able to go over 200. Alright, let's make our way there.
4, 3, 2.
Commanders Mono and Layden have come online. Surprised to see Commander Layden online. Who else is online? Daddy 07. There's a shock. Daddy 07 has rather opened a bit of a can of worms with his latest video. He's comparing Elite Dangerous with Star Citizen in terms of which will offer the best value for money. I have to say I don't agree at all with the conclusions that he came to. For starters, he's comparing a finished game, you know, Elite Dangerous, with a game that is still pretty much pre-alpha, which is what Star Citizen is. So comparing the two at the moment will result in some pretty skewed statistics. I mean, okay, statistics can be you know, manipulated to prove whatever you like, and of course I'm a fucking cricket fan, so I'm obsessed with statistics, but I also know how they can be, or often can be, manipulated to prove whatever you want them to prove. But yeah, saying that Elite Dangerous offers good value for money by comparing it to a game that's still pre-alpha, I think is yeah, I wouldn't put too much on that. I don't think that holds much water. Right, anyway, we're almost here. Let's see what this fucking thing has for us. It's looking a bit darkish, but hopefully the light from the the Type B main star there is actually providing more luminous or more luminescence to the area than the Type or the brown dwarf in the area, which is much closer. You know, I was hoping that would be the case. You want to know what I'm hauling, do you, Mr. Federal Dropship? I'll show you what I'm hauling. This. Now he must have had some really shitty shields fitted to that thing. They went down in no time at all. Let's see what he's going to actually do. He has not fired one shot at me yet. He's trying to avoid me. Yeah, okay. You want to run away? You need to run pretty quick. Considering you're in a federal dropship, which never moves that fast, you're not likely to succeed. Oh, you fucker, I thought that was him down. He's down to 1%. I only need to fucking breathe on him and he's dead. There you go.
Target destroyed.
Alright, now there's some more firing going on over here. Oh yeah, while I'm on my way here, now going back to Daddy 07's video, he is copping a lot of flack for it, which he's not too thrilled about. Can't exactly say I blame him for not being too thrilled about it, but to be brutally honest, he doesn't do himself very many favours, because time after time he changes his opinion on everything. He'll do, like, you know, 3 videos saying that an aspect of Elite Dangerous is awful, and then the very next video he'll be saying that it's actually really good, which shows the risks that you take by ranting about aspects of the game, you know, on a spur of the moment thing. And if you keep doing it, you know, keep doing ranting videos, and then later on, you know, contradict them and say, oh, I was wrong and blah blah, what will happen, and indeed what has happened to Beta-7, is that whenever you do a video now, people will assume that you are just going to change your mind later on and not take your criticisms very seriously. So rather than doing a video that's entirely spur of the moment, if it's, you know, if you're going to be pointing out negative aspects of the game,
Target destroyed.
you do really need to think about what you're going to say in advance, unless you are willing to stick to your guns, even when you get a lot of people leaving comments saying they don't agree or you're wrong. I mean, I've done it loads of times myself, you know, so it's not just me saying it that criticises his videos, because I've fucked up a few times by saying that such and such an aspect of Elite Dangerous is shit, and then only found out when I've looked into it further that it actually works, and it works better than I was expecting it to. And likewise, when Beta-7 has done it, I don't hold back. I write on, I'll write a comment on his video saying, no, I don't agree with that at all. And I'm certainly not the only one. There are plenty of other people who write about it saying, no, they don't like about it, they don't agree with it whatsoever, and stuff like that.
Scan detected.
So you do need to be quite thick-skinned about it if you're going to do videos that are criticising aspects of the game. And if people, write replies saying you're wrong, or I don't agree, then, providing they will actually give reasons as to why they don't agree, then fair enough. If they're just going to be like, people saying, fuck off you cunt, just because you slagged their precious game off, then, give as good as you get. And there are plenty of examples of where I've done that. It doesn't look like there are too many more ships coming in to attack me, so this could be interesting, because I can barely remember what keys are what as far as doing any of this shit. What key is it? There we go. Right, cargo scoop is deployed. Let's take a look at this fucking rock and see what it will give me. Because I should have brought some mining drones to make it a lot easier. What's broken away? Bauxite and rutile. Big fucking deal. Give you some real impressive stuff here, I'm assuming the high intensity is referring to the ships here and not the quality of the stuff that's I'm going to mine from asteroids. Bauxite and rutile, that's about as unexciting as it gets. Anyway, let's at least...
Cargo scoop retracted.
Okay. And what's this ship here? Imperial Clipper. Yeah, wanted, and he's deadly. I'll definitely have a bit of him. So what else? Well, I've been thinking a bit more about horizons, and the more I think about this planetary landing thing, the more I'm starting to wonder just what is actually going on with it. I mean, we've got this whole business of, you know, what sort of planet or moon or whatever will we be able to actually land on.
Target shields offline.
We know it has to be an atmosphere-less planet, but is it going to, you know, can we land on all of them? You know, it's safe to assume that the first planets without an atmosphere that we can land on are going to be the rocky ones. But will we also be able to land on the
Under attack.
ice ones? On top of that, what about planets that are geologically active? So, you know, stuff like planets with volcanic activity going on. And you know, the list goes on and on. And then when you consider that Frontier Developments are going to be splitting the planetary landings into at least two expansions, I refuse to use their seasons terminology. So when you consider that, would they then be, you know, splitting it up further? When they say, okay, the next time around you can land on a planet with an atmosphere, well, what kind of atmosphere? Is it going to be like Earth-type worlds, or will it be planets with, you know, nitrogen atmosphere, or planets with sulfuric or sulfur atmosphere, or ones, you know, with ammonia atmosphere, and so on and so on and so on. And yeah, considering that
Target shields offline.
they're already splitting up, you know, the ability to land on planets over at least two, does that mean that they may do it even further? And the first, you know, first you can land on a planet with hydrogen atmosphere, then you can land on a planet with, you know, ammonia atmosphere, then you can land on one with, you know, a fucking Earth-type atmosphere, and it will just go on and on and on. And is that what it's going to all be like?
Target shields offline.
There was an excellent video that I saw fairly recently, just like a couple of days ago, and I can't for the life of me remember who it was that did it. It's some Scottish guy, and he was going into, you know, significant detail about this, about, you know, the how, you know, by how much is it going to be broken up, you know, what sort of atmospheres will we be able to land on.
Under attack.
And I think he also mentioned about, you know, what will geologically active planets, how easy or not will it be to land on planets like that. It was Commander Ripperjack who gave me the link to it.
Target destroyed.
So if you are watching, Commander Ripperjack, can you provide the link to that video in the comments section here? Because I think a lot of people will find that quite interesting to see.
Target shields offline.
Now I hasten to add, it does feature some fairly hefty references to some sort of scientific knowledge that will certainly be helpful when watching it. Various references to chemistry and physics in particular.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Well, I mean, that does bring up about another issue. Is the game written or being written for people who not only don't understand physics but don't particularly want to, and want the game kept extremely simple for that reason? Because there's a lot of stuff in the game that in terms of the laws of physics just don't make any sense. The thing that I mentioned yesterday about the that buggy that you're using that has mass, but
target shields offline.
Its cargo, when it's docked in your ship, doesn't have any mass. And this is one of the things that I have a bit of a problem with. Are Frontier Developments trying to make the game a lot simpler and therefore take away the actual laws of physics regarding mass, or not? If they are, they've done it rather late, a bit too late, because understandably, when they are referring to equipment that you can fit to your ship, or the amount of cargo that you can carry or will be carrying in your ship, it's always referred to as its mass, not its weight, because of course weight requires gravity. All weight is the amount that gravity will affect whatever the object is. That's all weight is. And of course in space, where there is no gravity, there is no anything like that, it's not going to have any weight. It will have mass but not weight, which then makes you think maybe that's something else that they are having problems with, and that's why you can only land on planets that don't have an atmosphere. Because of course, in order for planets to have an atmosphere, they have to have a high enough gravitational pull to keep the atmosphere around the planet itself. So does that mean they are having trouble, that was a bit close, with creating the gravitational field of planets? And so at the moment they are avoiding the issue altogether by having by limiting where you can land or where you can dock, etc., just to planets that don't have an atmosphere, because they can't get it to work. Okay, you are about to be wanted, yeah, and you have a wing, so I should have at least 2 other ships that I can deal with once I've taken you out, you cunt.
Target shields offline. Under attack.
Sitting down.
Target destroyed.
I can fucking sidewinders. They're firing away, they're not doing anything. Fucking piss and waste of space, come on.
Target shields offline. Scan detected.
That's what a real ship does.
Target destroyed.
Now some other fucker's firing at me. I can't target him. Because he's not appearing as a red. It must be him wanted. Yeah, it is him.
Target shields offline. Under attack. Scan detected. Target destroyed.
You probably noticed by now I've stopped, or I'm not bothering with any mining because the resources in this area have been depleted. You know, all I found was bauxite and rutile. I mean, okay, yeah, that does mean, or rather it doesn't mean that, you know, just because you try to mine one asteroid and that's all you find there, that doesn't mean that that's all there is going to be in every single asteroid. But finding that plus the resources depleted warning does say to me there isn't going to be much here. So I'm now all about the bounty hunting on, you know, bollocks of the mining. I suspect most people will be quite glad about that. Could he be wanted? Oh fuck it, I was hoping he would be. How far away is he? 4.2. Too far away. There are loads of... oh, right, you're more like it. I'll go after you. See, there are at least 2 other anacondas in the area, and they are both used by the security forces. So... I got to get a bit of a move on when I'm, you know, going after enemy ships, because otherwise... those 2 anacondas there will take them out probably in no time at all. Fucking felt that alright. There, that's him down. Take out this fucking eagle.
Target shields offline.
There he goes. Now, where's the other one I spotted that I was interested
Target
in?
destroyed.
I'd be amazed if this asp is wanted. He is. Well, I'll definitely have a bit of you. There's also a python up ahead that I think may be wanted. I'll have a bit of him and all.
Under attack.
Some fuckers firing at us. Yeah, you didn't last long there.
Target destroyed.
Another asp. No wonder I've now got to start using my fucking shield cell bank. I've only got a B4 shield cell bank, so it's not going to do an enormous amount, but you know, it's better than a fucking kick in the bollocks.
Target shields offline.
Felix of Mars. Is anything like John Carpenter of Mars? Oh no, John Carter of Mars, that's it. John Carpenter of Mars, what a fucking prick. Python who's wanted, I'll have a bit of you. Should net me a few credits for this cunt. Ah, you shyster. That sounds like he's going anyway. 110 grand for him. I'll have a bit of that. Looks like all the enemy ships have gone. Who's this? Ah, he's alright. Right, how much have I made out here so far? 365,000 from the Emperor's Will, 948,000 in Empire. So I've made over a million, 1.2 million, probably close to 1.3 million. It feels like I've only been out here 5 seconds. So this ain't a bad old place to come. So that'll bring me up to what? 51, close to 52. I'm going to stay a bit longer. I want to make a bit more. I'll have a bit of you. Moss Chops. I remember that program. As sad as it sounds, I was quite a fan of it. Bearing in mind that it was released, or it was shown on television at a time when I was at high school. Yes, I know, I've just made myself sound like a right fucking sad cunt, haven't I? This cunt's fucking running. He's going, yeah. Fucking piece of shit. Let's try and keep you here. I'd get close enough to him to disrupt his frame shift drive. No. Cunt. That's why I was only using the beam lasers. I wasn't going to try cannons because chances are he was going to fucking get away before I had the chance to do anything meaningful with them. That looks promising up ahead. Too far away at the moment for me to pick up on the scanner. In fact, it's fucking debris, so much for that. See, 2 fucking anacondas there. So yeah, I do need to be a bit sharpish if I'm going to successfully destroy any ships before they come along and try and take whatever bounty I was owed for taking them out. What about this adder then? It keeps coming up on the list. Let's have a look if he's... No, he's going to be alright, isn't he? Yeah. And that's it. Right. How many ships have I taken out while I'm here? Of course it would have if I could remember how many I had taken out beforehand, which I can't. But now it's 4,966. I want to take out at least another 9. That looks like a wing that's coming in. No, it's not. It's fucking defending a mining ship. One thing I am quite pleased about is that I haven't had anybody for some time posting one of the comments that I really do hate seeing, which is, you should get a Hotas. I'd like to think they finally got the message. That's definitely an Imperial Clipper out there, so let's go out there and try and get him. Is. And the thing that irritates me the most about it when people say I should get a Hotas is they say the game's so much better with one. Well, probably see that there is something in my stats that tells you I'm doing quite well without one.
Scan detected.
And you know, I don't keep, you know, I don't make a secret of the fact that this game annoys the fuck out of me because of the amount of things that are wrong with it. So the last thing I want to do is shell out fuck knows how much for a decent Hotas, because I mean good Hotases are fucking expensive, and I don't want to be getting like, you know, some cheap shit one that will break in no time at all. Yeah, and getting it for, you know, a game that I'm not the biggest fan of. Plus the fact that this is the only game that I would use it, even if I, you know, if I was to get one. You know, the idea of getting a computer peripheral for one game only, I just think is insane. There are plenty of people who do it, but I think they're fucking mental. Unless you are, you know, you have so much money that you can afford to, you know, throw it away on something like that. On top of that, well, everyone says, oh yeah, the game is much better when you play it with a Hotas. Well, I have seen far more videos by people who show that they are desperately struggling with the game being played with a Hotas than I have seen videos of people playing the game well enough to prove that the Hotas does make a difference and does make the game a lot better. I see some people who use a Hotas, and as I watch it, it just makes me think, why the fuck have you got one of those things? It's obvious, to me at least, that they would be doing so much better if they used mouse and keys. But I don't know, for whatever reason they don't, so
Under attack.
but you know, if that's their choice, then that's their choice. I'm not going to write a comment on them, going to them saying, oh, you should get a mouse and keys. Fucking hell, is that all it is? An enemy fucking cyber. Oh, I'll just try and get some hits so might sneak a few thousand more. Yep. 4,720 for that pissant little thing. Deadly Anaconda, so he is effectively another one of me. This looks promising. Zoom in a bit closer. Yeah, that's what I thought. Python there is the main ship, that's the one I want to go for. He had some pretty hefty shields. Fuck it, I've got these two fucking Anacondas right close by. I've got to watch where my cannons are firing. These just use chaff. If I do it this close range with the lasers, it don't make a huge difference. They'll hit more often than not. take out Pixar once I've dealt with this fucker's
Target
wing.
destroyed. Target shields offline.
Now, where
Target
is
destroyed.
Pixar? That's the other thing. I can't see, and it doesn't fucking show in the...
Target shields offline.
Yeah, he's down. I don't think it shows in the list anymore, which is something that really fucking annoys me. There he is. Deadly Fed dropship. That's a bit you.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
No, I think it's fair to say my defences are pretty good at the moment. As well as the A7 shields,
Target destroyed. Under attack.
which are then boosted by 5 shield boosters. Now I have the improved bulkheads as well. They're not the strongest that I could have, they're not the military grade ones, but they are still an improvement. And then of course I have my
Target shields offline.
point defense turret, although I do only have the one, so in a ship this size I do really need 2. What I may do is replace the chaff launcher with a yeah,
Target destroyed.
I may replace the chaff launcher with a second point defense turret. Vulture, that looks promising. It is promising. He seems determined to get me right close to that fucking asteroid. The thing is, vultures do have quite strong shields. Once their shields are down, the hull isn't so great. He's already into his 70s. There you go.
Target
So
destroyed.
once his shields were down, the hull didn't stand a fucking chance. This could be interesting. Another vulture. You have potential. That's why. Let's make sure he sticks around. I don't normally like opening fire that far away. I like to get to within 1.5 kilometers. But I've found that the NPC AI, it's certainly been improved in some cases,
Target shields offline.
so I need to get a couple of shots in to make sure they stick around, otherwise they just bugger off. That's him done. Just as well, because my heat was going up quite a bit. Only 54,000. Barely worth doing. I cannot believe I've got to a stage where a 54,000 credit bounty feels like it wasn't worth doing. Nevertheless, that is where I'm at. I have no idea how long I've been out here, but I think I'm nearing the stage where I will be heading back to the docking station.
Under attack. Target shields offline.
Whoa! Fucking idiot. Get out of the fucking way. I've got to use another, thanks to that fucking, friendly. That's him down. Now,
Target destroyed.
what have we got around here next? Because that didn't do me too many favours. My shields are now very low. Yeah, I expected he would be wanted. Well, I can't picture a vulture proving to be too much hassle, so we'll take this cunt out and we'll check how much I've made after dealing with him and see if I can or should stick around or head back.
Scan detected. Target
Yeah, their shields are so fucking strong. That's him gone. 40,000? Fucking little shit. Right, so 829,000 in Emperor's Will and 1.4 million in the Empire, so that's 2.2 million. It's not bad. Fuck it, yeah, let's go back. Go back to Adam's Orbital. It's over there, at, well, we're on this side of the planetary ring, so. Right, let's head back. Oh yeah, I always forget something.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, fuck off.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. I can only assume that there is some conflict zones in this system, because that message keeps coming up. It's not just going to be because of the high intensity extraction sites. The trouble is this system is vast and it's very spread out, so finding the conflict zones, if they exist, is not going to be easy. Request granted. to the point where I can't be asked to go looking for them. Let's have a look. No, nothing there, so okay, maybe there are. Maybe it's just a rough old fucking shithole of a place.
Scan detected.
Something else I just thought about was the idea of me getting a second point defence turret. I do use my chaff launcher. I never used to. I used to pretty much ignore it. But now I do use it. So I don't want to sacrifice that for my second point defence turret. Likewise, I certainly am not going to sacrifice any of my shield boosters for one. To say that was a fuck up is a monumental understatement.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Right, reloading, no problem. Let's see then how much I made out there. So 2,258,089. So take off the 3,000. Let's round it out to 4,000 for the ammunition. So I made 2,254,000 in profit. Thank you. Right, well, not the most interesting of videos, to put it mildly, but it'll do. So there you go, a bit of combat in an extraction site and a bit of mining, if you can call it that, picking up one fragment. So this is Commander Hotas saying go away.